Previously on Kampung Quest. The pressure gets to Merantau as Merapi exhibit great team chemistry. The Urbanites face the Sungai as Nadia sends Merapi to the Campfire, where no one was sent home. In a dramatic twist, both camps were forced to switch over 2 of their Urbanites. 9 Urbanites left who will complete the Kampung Quest.
Two of our Merapi team members, which is Mikey and Deborah, are now the Merantau team.
I'm just feeling so bad that I have to leave this. How are we done?
Oh, but that's unfair, right? You guys should just at least sleep here for a night.
Yeah, I agree this one more day.
Yeah, fucking unfair. Fucking disturbing. You're like mindfucking that specific way, which is just surprising.
From the Merantau team came Weishan and Honey. Shocked to actually hear that. I just can't believe how strong the Merantau team is.
Nice, good.
This is already monsoon season. The poncho does help. It's very useful right now. And it's going to rain for hours.
This morning for our breakfast, we have much less portion of food. We had to take turns to eat in a bowl because there was only one spare bowl.
3 cups, 2 tea, 1 milk for 5 people.
Honey who craft that she had not had any mee goreng. The craft for some reason did not understand. He had already had his second helping of the mee goreng. He proceeded to finish almost everything left of the mee goreng. It was incredible. Craft. She's not happy.
Oh my god, it's okay.
No. I feel. You can have the egg. No, please. I really didn't know that. Because when you said that, I actually thought that you said that the one that you before. Honey's a very easy girl. When it comes to competition and crunch time, she will deliver, and she showed with the Merantau team. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay, you don't feel bad, please. Me and Wei have mastered to sleep outside. The master of sleeping outside.
Don't say that. We got back from the goat pen. I didn't really say a goodbye to anyone. I just said my sorries and guys, I didn't want to leave you. I never wanted to leave this team.
Yeah, I haven't forgot my phone this time.
You what?
No, it's just not for that for 3 days ago. My room was my phone.
I even forgotten that I had a problem. What is that?
So far, they're being nice to me. We're all trying to get along with each other. because we're so used to our other team, so now we're trying to talk to each other and get used to each other.
My shoes are nowhere near dry.
Nadia and James, they seem very nice to each other. She will say something and James will do it for her sometimes.
As soon as I went down, I got to know there were still 5 members in the Merapi group. I was so pissed. I was like, oh my god, no one got eliminated. This is freaking unfair.
The worst today because it's gonna rain and now the cat poo on all sides.
It slept on our backs, you know, just like that, Everyone was just like that, okay? Yeah, like this, you know, all of us, and then we just like, oh my god, I didn't even get enough sleep last night.
I didn't get much sleep because of the fact that my feet were starting to itch, there were ants biting my legs, mosquitoes flying around.
The ground was soaking wet. It was really, really miserable. I only slept 2 hours. I did think on a couple of occasions to myself, oh my gosh, should I pull out and just go home tonight because you know it's raining and it's really cold and the Merapi tent is not exactly the best. We've seen cats poo in it.
Last night was our first time sleeping at the outside. It's kind of like torturing for us, but everything is going well together. Honey and Wei in our team.
Good afternoon, Merapi. Good afternoon, Merantau. So after yesterday's campfire, you'll see that Merapi still stands with 5 members. There was no elimination last night. This game is full of twists. Deborah and Mikey switched places with Honey and Wei Shen. So for those of you who were not there in Kampung Quest, if you could see the priceless look on Deborah's face when we announced the switch, she didn't know what was coming. But Mikey, you seem quite composed.
I was having mixed emotions really. Didn't really like leaving my team and just, we started off everything from the start together.
Nadia, so what was it like? You guys were in the longhouse and Wei Shen and Honey walked out, but about an hour later, you see Mikey and Deborah come through the door. So any feelings about that?
Well, it feels a bit weird, and I think it's a bit unfair that my old team members do not get to stay in the longhouse. But for me, I had a good night's sleep, so that's important.
Zura, on the other side, you guys spent the first night in the tent. So what was that like?
That wasn't so bad. It's something good to be remembered.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. At last night's campfire, I would say you had the hardest time adjusting to kampung life. Is that a fair assumption?
Not really. Actually, it's about mentality. It's all about mentality. Yeah. Maybe I can be positive to myself and be optimistic.
That's good. So you're keeping optimistic. But what about you, Cheryl? When you see Wei Shen and Honey coming in, what are your thoughts?
I was really shocked at first, but actually when I saw the map, then I knew that the switch was happened. And yeah, at first I was like, seriously? But yeah, I guess after a while I got to know our new teammates, and yeah, I think we can work as a team.
So you guys are getting along. Merapi from the get-go seems to have this unification of a team that, is unstoppable in a sense. But Praveen, you don't look amused. But for you, I think it's particularly tough. I mean, you're now competing against Mikey. And I think as we all saw yesterday, you're number 1 in Mikey's books, and Mikey's probably number 1 in your books. So that's that, I would say the strongest bond in the first couple of days was between the two of you. So how's that feel, that you see Mikey wearing a different color buff now?
It takes some time to get used to it, but once the competition starts, it changes. And then he'll probably feel the same for me, he sees me as a competitor. Likewise, I too.
So Honey, the giant smile on your face. Now on day 1, when these guys came in as Merapi, Praveen was right next to Mikey, right? And they've been bosom buddies ever since, until now. And now you're standing beside Praveen. So are you the new Mikey? Is that where Honey is going? So James, you were quite vocal last night, right? About when Praveen and Mikey were just ushering each other on in the quest.
That is just...
But are you the new Praveen?
I hope not. I don't want to be lovebird, but no, I hope not.
Now, you have 4 in Merantau, 5 in Merapi. And today's reward quest is Satu Teh Tarik. It will be less physical than what you're used to, but at the same time, you need to have a deep knowledge about Malaysia and particularly Malaysian food to be able to further yourself in the game. We've got 10 dishes that we're gonna present to you. One by one, you're gonna decide the order that you go in. You will be blindfolded, called to the table, and sample the food that we have closed. You'll only have your taste buds to guide you. And you will be given 10 seconds after your taste to tell me what food you are eating. All I can tell you is they are truly Malaysian food. So I hope that you have been to your fair share of mamas, restaurants, and especially kampung delicacy areas to be able to further yourself in this challenge. 10 dishes, the first team to 5 points wins. So Kampung life has not been easy away from KL. And today we're going to reward you with some treats. So the reward today is provided by Bake KL, an online bakery operated by 2 sisters. And they've given you today Madagascar chocolate brownies, so moist and wet. I tried them myself, they're really good. Triple chocolate chip cookies, and banana and chocolate chip whoopie pies with cream cheese filling. Does that sound good? Is that worth playing for? So up first for Merantau, you won yesterday's reward quest, so you get to go first. So Nadia is up first for Merantau. Is it good? Part of this challenge is also a bit of a treat and a reward.
Okay.
So you're satisfied? Put it back in?
Yeah.
So Nadia, 10 seconds from now, what is your guess?
Kuih buah Melaka.
Kuih buah Melaka. So what Nadia sampled, kuih kochi. Unfortunately, Nadia, your guess was not close enough. You do not earn a point for Merantau. So Merapi, your first dish is actually liquid. So Zura will have a chance to sip it. You can have as many sips as you want. And then when you're done, 10 seconds and you have to give me your guess. I will reveal what it is. So Zura, you guessed air asam jawa. And indeed, spot on, it is air asam jawa. The first point for Merapi. Well done to Zura. With that, Merapi leads 1-0. Next up for Merantau is Deborah. You can have as many bites as you want. As soon as you put it back, I'll give you 10 seconds. Deborah really taking her time. This is like lunch for her.
Okay, do I put it back?
Are you done? Alright, so she puts it back. So 10 seconds, what is your guess?
The Indian cracker thing that they put along with the rice and the curry.
So it is the Indian cracker thing that they put along with the rice and curry. If I say that it is papadum, do you think that's the right name for it?
Yeah.
I will now reveal what Deborah had just sampled. So Deborah, it's not papadum. It is in fact kropot leko. So that is the second missed point for Merantau. Merantau still at 0 and Merapi with 1 point. Next up for Merapi will be Cheryl. Cheryl taking a huge bite. Okay, Cheryl seems quite confident with 1 bite. She thinks she's got it. Cheryl, 10 seconds from now, what is your guess?
I guess it's pulut udang.
Pulut udang. I will reveal it. It is in fact pulut udang. Merapi still in the lead with 2 points. Again 0 for Merantau. Next up for Merantau is Mikey. So Mikey takes it out. With his first bite, he thinks he might need a second. Okay, Mikey eating the entire piece. So Mikey, 10 seconds. What do you think it is?
I have to. It's Malay, so I just have to say it's putu bambu.
Putu bambu. So Mikey guesses putu bambu, and I shall reveal it. Indeed, it is putu bambu. Mikey, you are right, and you get the first point for Merantau. Up next, for Merapi, will be Praveen. The score is now 2 to Merapi and 1 to Merantau. Praveen, if you get this right, you will put Merapi in the lead with 3 points against 1. At which point, Merantau will have to get the next 2 right to be able to win. Praveen filling up the food. Praveen takes a bite. Okay, Praveen says okay. It tastes good?
There's something very glutinous, sweet.
It's got corn. It's very glutinous. It's sweet. 10 seconds from now, do you have a name?
Apam balik.
Apam balik. Praveen says it's got corn, it's glutinous, it's sweet, and he thinks it's apam balik. I shall now reveal Praveen's sample, which is indeed apam balik. Praveen pulls Merapi ahead with 3 points. So, up next for Merantau is James. At this point, Merantau has 1 point and Merapi has 3. You must get this right in order to keep Merantau in the game. James says, okay, 1 sip. And James says, okay. So 10 seconds, James. What is in the basket?
Coconut juice.
It tastes like coconut juice.
Yeah.
Is coconut juice your guess?
Yeah.
So James confidently says it's coconut juice with 1 sip. I will now reveal what it is that James has had. It is soya milk.
I just had that.
But James, unfortunately, you have got this wrong. Merantau, you remain with 1 point. Merapi, you do not have to go further because you have 3, the best of 5. Merapi wins.
Oh my god.
No.
Mikey tends to overprotected his team. James also has the same trait like Mike. So maybe there's gonna be conflict between them in terms of making decisions.
The next quest means a lot to me because I still want to win, so I still want my team to win, and I'll make sure Merapi wins because they have the strength but they just don't believe in themselves.
Reward challenges yesterday was nice to win a reward because we were really hungry and the desserts were delicious, but at the end of the day, for me, the number one thing to win is ability, and we have to win that.
Ew, what's that? Oh, romance.
Good evening, Merapi. Good evening, Merantau.
Good evening.
How has your day been on Kampung Quest? Praveen, I heard that you guys had quite a tough time last night. Was it difficult to adjust?
It rained a lot. We had to keep going into the shade. But once the rain stopped, the ground was wet and bugs were biting and I was getting itches and rashes on my legs. Probably got like about 2 to 3 hours of sleep.
Honey, do you care to elaborate?
Yeah, we decided to use each other's backs to just fall asleep sitting down.
So you literally sat down and leaned on each other and dozed off. So it doesn't sound like a very comfortable night at all. Merantau, you on the other hand, had a very cozy night. Indoors, in shelter, through the rain. James, any benefits to that?
I think so, of course. You know, we didn't get rain or anything on us. We rested up and we just want to compete for me.
So two very different teams coming into this tonight. Merapi barely a wink of sleep last night, 2, possibly 3 hours of rest. Merantau, you should be fresh. Welcome to the third elimination quest. This is Galah Panjang, a traditional Malaysian folk game that you shall compete in tonight. In front of you is the Galah Panjang field. In every round, one camp will attack while the other defends. The objective of the game is to get at least one member through, collect the flag, and safely return it back to the starting point. Each camp will only put forth 4 players. Merapi, you will sit somebody out. You are playing for rewards for the winning camp, a sleeping bag, pretty helpful if you are spending outdoors, and mosquito coil. So Praveen, you were saying you were bitten the whole night? This could put you through for the next 5 days. The losing camp will meet me at Campfire and will have to vote out one of their own. Wei Shen will sit out for Merapi. Merantau, all 4 of you will play. So Merantau, since you won yesterday's quest, you decide whether you want to attack or defend first.
I'd like to defend first.
You want to defend first. Merapi will attack, Merantau will defend. On my mark. 3, 2, 1, go! Praveen is through. The 3 girls are through the first line of defense. 3 Merapi to the end.
Alright.
Zura is through right to the end. Zura looks straight. Oh, but she is touched out by Nadia. Merantau will attack. Merapi will defend. Go! Merantau with a slightly different strategy. All of them attacking at the same time. Nadia looking to pass on one side. Mikey is out for Merantau. James is still in. What? James is still in. Both of your feet must be on the rope. James is in. Mikey is out for Merantau. Merantau still has 3 players in this game. Nadia goes off to the 3rd section with James. Now they have 2 in the final section. James is still in. Nadia is still in. They get past the first line of defense. Deborah choosing to wait it out for her teammates. Zura taps Nadia out. Nadia, you are out for Merantau. James slips. He can't afford to do that too many times. Deborah is in the 2nd section with James. Deborah crosses through with the flag. Deborah must watch out. This could be a repeat of Nadia's exit. Cheryl in a very precarious position in front of Zura. Zura by far has the furthest reach in the game. James trying to fool Cheryl through. Cheryl has to maintain both feet on the rope. Zura taps Deborah out, and with that, the flag. Merapi with Cheryl, Praveen, Zura, and Hani attacking. Praveen, Cheryl through the sections. You must have both feet to be able to tap somebody out. Zura is out. Nadia taps her out. Hani and Zura are both out for Merapi. Praveen and Cheryl are still in. Praveen very quick to the mark. James was clearly off the rope. Cheryl goes through. Praveen just jogging around the track. Praveen is through. And now Praveen is out. Nadia has tapped him out. Cheryl, the only remaining member. She makes it past James. James took a risk with that reach and he paid the price. James again trying. Cheryl being cornered by 2 members. Cheryl quick as a cat. Going for it. She passed. Oh. Nadia with that final tap takes Cheryl out. This is a game of speed and agility. Go. Merantau taking it slow all the way past. Everyone is still in. Deborah stepped out. Honey slips but taps Deborah out. Merapi has managed to take Deborah and Nadia out of the game, leaving only the two boys to fight for Merantau. James steps across the rope. Instructions from Merapi are very clear to Honey. Concentrate on one guy, on one person. Honey is looking straight at Mikey. Mikey makes it past Honey. He rolls his way across. He rolls his way again. James makes it past Cheryl with the flag. James and Mikey still in it for Merantau. James goes over. Mikey's over. James is over. Merantau amazingly gets the point. With that, you walk back with a sleeping bag as a reward and a mosquito coil, which should come in handy on rainy days. Congratulations, Merantau. Merapi, unfortunately, that means that you are going to Campfire tonight. I'll see you soon, Merapi. Welcome Merapi to your first Campfire. If there was any basis for lack of emotion from the beginning of Kampung Quest, today most definitely made that up. Praveen, a lot of outpour of emotion after the elimination quest. Galah Panjang, I think James is pressing all the wrong buttons for Praveen, right? From what I can see, Praveen's really stirred up every time James comes into play.
Yeah, he's just trying to do his nonsense around and just shows his cockiness.
Do you think that Mikey and Deborah are still rooting for old Merapi from the new Merantau camp?
Yeah, I'm not sure about it, but since Deborah and Mikey will be all team members in Merapi, maybe they could help.
Okay, a bit of hesitation from Zura, but possibly still some support from Mikey and or Deborah. Unfortunately tonight you will still have to vote one member of your camp off. Either Zura, Honey, Cheryl, Wei Shen or Praveen. For one of you, your Kampung Quest will end tonight. We'll start the vote. Zura, why don't you go? The votes play out. Zura, who do you vote for? Zura voted for Praveen. Cheryl, who do you vote for? Cheryl voted for Zura. Zura one vote and Praveen one. Praveen, who do you vote for? Praveen also voted for Zura. 2 for Zura, 1 for Praveen. I'm assuming that Zura is the scapegoat. The third vote for Zura would mean it's overwhelming majority. Zura would go home, regardless of what the final vote is. Honey, who do you vote for? Honey also voted for Zura. Wei, why didn't you show who you voted for? 4 votes for Zura, 1 vote for Praveen. Zura, that means that your Kampung Quest ends tonight. Very solid team in Merapi. Not even an ounce of bitter resentment for the vote, but Zura will be going home tonight. Merapi, down to 4 members. How does this group sit right now? Is it stronger? Is it weaker? Is it a bit more unified than it was before? You all gave the same vote, but is it only because it was the easy way out? There is a twist. The Campfire. Welcome to the Campfire, the new Merantau camp. Mikey, James, Deborah and Nadia. After last night's switch, interestingly, with Zura voted off tonight, we actually have a dead tie. The reason that Galah Panjang was such an enduring quest was because the twist to tonight's Campfire is that the winner will have the ability to send home another member from the losing camp. Immediately, Mikey and Deborah sang. What does this mean for the old members of Merapi? You will have no ability to convene for your decision. So with that, let's vote. Nadia, you're up first. Both camps can only guess where allegiances remain on Kampung Quest. The first vote, Wei Sheng. The second vote, Praveen. Wei Sheng 1 vote, Praveen 1 vote. The third vote, Praveen. The final vote from Merantau is Praveen. 3 votes Praveen, that means that your Kampung Quest ends tonight. With that, we end Campfire tonight. Thank you Merantau, thank you Merapi, I'll see you tomorrow.
On the next episode of Kampung Quest, Merapi is down to 3 Urbanites against the Merantau 4. The stakes are high as both camps battle to avoid facing the campfire.
My experience in Kampung Quest was actually fantastic. To Merapi, I wish you all the best. Cheryl, you're good. You're the best woman I've ever met. Yeah.
It was a very positive experience. Mikey, keep up the good effort, mate. There's no bromance between the both of us. It's just we just happen to be good friends. We just get along well. And just to let you know, I'm actually still straight. I'm always still straight.